With a clear understanding of where the jobs are moving, our focus must now shift to the foundational component of the labor market, skills. The rapid structural churn we have identified demands an equivalent revolution in the core skills and competencies required across virtually all industries and roles. Understanding the skills evolution is paramount for individuals planning their careers and for organizations designing their training and talent acquisition programs. The stability, or rather the instability, of existing skill sets is one of the most alarming trends in the report. The data estimates that a staggering 44% of the core skills required to competently perform a job will change by the year of 2027. This means that, on average, nearly half of what a worker knows today will either be outdated or require significant updating within the next 5 years. This concept is often referred to as the half-life of skills, and it necessitates a continuous, proactive learning mindset for the entire workforce. For organizations, it demands a pivot towards becoming active learning institutions, prioritizing training budgets, and fostering cultures of agility and rapid skill acquisition to keep pace with the exponential rate of technological and economic change. The most sought after and fastest growing skills fall into distinct categories, all complementing the rise of automation. The number one growing skills are cognitive, specifically analytical thinking and creative thinking. These are paramount because they represent the non-routine, complex problem-solving abilities that machines struggle to replicate. Second, necessary technology skills like AI and big data literacy are crucial for leveraging new tools. Then, we see a huge emphasis on the uniquely human skills categorized as self-efficacy, which includes traits like resilience, flexibility, and agility. In a volatile world, the ability to adapt, manage stress, and influence social systems, leadership, and social influence are now indispensable competencies that machines cannot easily replace. Management, engagement, and ethics also among the top growing skills. The skills that are rapidly declining in importance are those that automation handles most effectively. These typically involve repetitive physical labor or basic administrative processes. The list includes manual dexterity and endurance, basic data input and processing, and foundational cognitive tasks like rote memorization and simple reading, writing, math. Even basic personnel management tasks, which can be proceduralized, are seeing a relative decline. As technology absorbs these routine functions, the workforce must pivot dramatically from these basic capabilities toward higher-order skills involving complex judgment, emotional intelligence, synthesis of information, and strategic human interaction. This chart analyzes the most valued workplace competencies for 2025 based on the World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report, which gathered insights from over 1,000 companies representing more than 14 million employees globally. Analytical thinking emerges as the paramount skill, with 69% of employers identifying it as essential, reflecting growing demand for professionals capable of solving intricate problems and interpreting complex information effectively. The top 5 competencies span diverse domains, including creative thinking and leadership influence, demonstrating that employers prioritize a blend of cognitive and interpersonal abilities over purely technical expertise. Notably, what were once termed soft skills but are now recognized as essential skills dominate the rankings, while technical capabilities like programming appear much lower on the list at position 23. Traditional foundational skills such as reading, writing, and mathematics, rank significantly lower at 21%, underscoring the elevated importance of technological proficiency in today's workplace. The magnitude of the global reskilling challenge is enormous and requires urgent, large-scale intervention. The report estimates that 6 out of every 10 workers will require some form of targeted training or skill upgrade before 2027 to remain relevant in their current or a neighboring field. Critically, there is a severe access gap. Only 50% of employees report having access to adequate, high-quality training opportunities from their employers or educational institutions. Closing this 50% gap is arguably the most urgent priority. It requires unprecedented collaboration between governments, educational bodies, and businesses to ensure a smooth, equitable, and efficient transition for the global workforce, preventing massive labor dislocation